Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the B10. We are inside because there's light in here and not out there at the moment. It's just sorting that out for us. So, recently I bought some new parts and I showed them on Instagram and Facebook. With a lot of help from Kenneth. He put up some money to help towards buying these. The cost is eye-watering. And as many of you have said, I'm open on this channel and I share everything with you. So, total cost of the parts spent for this little job that we're doing so far is £366. So, owning a bus is not cheap. So what did our £366 get us? Well, it got us 2 shocks, which are all from Swedish Truck Parts. Always a big shout out to them, they always help out, and so there was no rush and they still had this at my door for the next day. So we got 2 of them, which are bit and beefy, and we got two air bellows for the front. Now these aren't going on today, and they won't be going on for a while, but while we had the money we got them. So all the bits we need for the front we actually have now. We've just got to wait for Chief Mechanic to line the front wheel arches, and we don't want to put, he's got a weld in there, and we don't want to put brand new bags on when he's got to weld, because I don't want him puncturing him a bag, not at the cost that these were each. So that's the total cost of the job so far, and he's yet to buy his metal and all the other bits, but we're going to put the shock in today because we're bored and we're waiting for paint to dry. So while we wait for paint to dry, we might as well put a shock in. So let's get outside, get to the light, hopefully, and we will see how difficult the shock that's on there is going to come off. The shock that's on there is in shocking condition, excuse the pun, and then getting this in will be the easy bit and all tightened up, but getting the old one off is the tricky bit. Now, when we did the one at the back, as the time lapse shows and the video shows, we just went near it and it fell off, which was quite useful. The front ones, judging by how tight the wheels were on, have not been off for a while, so I doubt it's going to be like that. And also the different style of these is what happens is as you turn the nut on the end there, the whole shock turns with it, because these turn independently. So the whole shock just turns with it as they're rusted together. The rubber should stop that, but it doesn't. So let's have a look and see how difficult this is going to be, and then later on we'll contemplate the bus won't start because it's got no fuel in it, because I've just spent all the fuel that was in it running it this morning to get heated and some light. So the shock we're replacing is in there, bolts hidden up there. That'll be good fun to get to with the airbag on, and the other one is underneath, which the bottom one will be a lot easier to do than the top one. Then we'll slot the other one back in, the new one back in, and set that one out. Now that shock would still pass an MOT, it's still serviceable and usable, but what we're doing is we're just replacing the parts to save us having to do it later on. The airbag here, as you can see, that's corroded at the bottom, which is why that's being replaced, although it's good at the top. It's corroded because the pedestal has a little bit of corrosion on it, but nothing that can't be cleaned up. So, right guys, I know it's hard to see, it's gone very dark down here. The shock is off via some very clever means. I don't even know where the other shock's gone because I can't see because of the light. This is the shock that came off. See if I can get that into some better light like that, possibly. That makes all the difference, that colour. Yeah, that's the shock that came off. That's the, I don't know which end is which. That's the bottom because it's got grooves in it where we've had to cut it off, and the top one came off with some great force, but it was sort of like welded to the bus with the force of the plates. So that one done. These are the plates that were holding it onto the bus.
this one now was in 2 parts.
This is what it should look like. So we're going to take both ends off. So one end. So that is the bottom. This is the top. So I'm going to place this in here. See if I can get these in here. It's tight and not very nice in here. And we got you in. Just need a bit of light. We'll film all this again, obviously with Callum doing his side, so you won't miss out too much. So we're in here. Oh yeah, I say that, it's going to be just as tight on that side. So we're going to put the shock into the hole. Up the top there. Sit it in the bottom there. Right, then Callum lifts the trolley jack that we got at the bottom here, which is just on the subframe, like that. So this will now lift the subframe up to the shock. Or we're going to lift it partially up to the shock because there's an airbag obviously on top that's going to get shrunk. So keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That should do it. So I'll be able to extend the shock slightly by hand. And then put this is where it's going to get difficult, we use under here. Put the rubber mount on. Mount the big washer, which is more of a support plate, and then the nuts. And then I want to take Daddy. What side did we say these were? 24s on this one. I think these are the same on this one. I think it's just that one that they're a bit. Yes, they're the same on this one. So I tighten up the top one. You may have to lower it. If you lower it down, it should drag some of the. There we go. Dragging the shock with it. That will then just sit on there like that. Spin that slightly until it sets on. That one does. Now up. Only slightly. Go on. More. That is as tight as I can get that. It looks like it's sat right. I'm sure there'll be a special tool you can use to make sure you can torque them up a bit further, but we don't have that tool. There is one. That's now just turning. Right, so that is as tight as we can get that here. It's not going to fall off. So do the bottom one and then we're done. So just, and if by magic, like last time, shock's in. One down. 5 to go.
Yay!
Yeah, I've got by 4 yet, so that's fine. It's got the one on the other side.
Yay!
Might get that wheel off now.
Oh.
Need some more bottle jacks. This will have to stay like this so chief mechanic can do his plate. I've done mine. This was meant to be Callum, so Callum's doing the other side.
You can now find us on Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, Twitter, and Instagram. Mancbuses.
Drive wheels thinking this rock and roll rig is a side pipe singles on the radiator while the fan belt is screaming and the bear going out for ride. Well, you will hear it
Big enough.
That's what she